Welcome in, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope your day is going well. We're here to talk about full updates that's happening right now because there's a lot of changes happening out here. That's what we're really here today for, is checking out all the things that have changed. Lara Croft crossover is here. We now have, let me see, for Matari. Move to Matari, we have her new Lara Croft skin available. You can actually find it in the shop. That's wild, right? There's a face that comes along with it too. So let's look at the shop real quick. Shop has it here available for purchase. Seeking the Truth, Tomb Raider is here along, paired up with one of our favorite heroes, Matari, to unlock the secrets of Perdoria. You get the outfit, you get the hairstyle, the face, you get the bow, which looks like an explorer's bow. You know what I mean? It's something very much Lara Croft would use in her kit while she's exploring the caves and depths of Perdoria. You also get a voice pack, which is cool because that helps bring it all together. You know what I mean? So this pack is available right now on discount, 3,000 from 4,700. That's pretty sick. So let's also go over the updates. I'll pull this up for you guys real quick. This is what we're looking at. Wear Lara Croft's cosmetic as Matari in a legendary crossover event. Naraka has always been doing amazing crossover events since I've started playing, from Yoto herself being a crossover character to Soul Land to now we're seeing Lara Croft, and later in the year we're going to have Witcher joining us in the battle. So starting over, and what we're looking at today is just a quick recap on the update and what has changed. So brand new content coming. Showdown 2.0 Deepwood is here. There's new bosses, there's new areas to explore. I've been fighting these guys. They're super fun. Let's move into, obviously, new hero. Yoto is here in Showdown, and we just said the new chapters here. Sunwing's Rest comes as a playable POI. It's a little different than you're going to recognize, but it's there in all of its glory. Naridi's Ruins and adjustment to Yama's Abyss. So now there is a new game mode called Naridi's Ruins. It plays much like Yama's Abyss without soul jades. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. New soul jades, new potentials, always being added to Showdown. If you haven't played in a minute, the poison wielding is now here. So we have frost, we have thunder, we have poison, there's burn and fire jades. All the elements are seeing their way into the battle. You get to fight with poison and seize victory through unexpected means. Potential levels have been reset. You're going to have a chance to redo your potential boards there. If you don't know what that is, you can see it all when you log on and check out the Showdown stuff. New jades are added. It's kind of a mystery still, so you got to log on and see what those jades are. I don't want to spoil it for you. New events, they are doing new events from August 28th to September 23rd. You can claim rewards until September 29th during this event. Truth and Myth, when you log on, you're going to see the new event. During the event, participating in survival modes or showdown matches will earn you insight tokens according to your in-game performance, including but not limited to dealing damage, countering, healing. You can earn up to 100 insight tokens per match with a daily cap of 200 insight tokens. So as you're playing and performing well within the match, you're going to be making these insight tokens, which add up. Every 200 insight tokens automatically converts into 1 knowledge point. Spend knowledge points to unlock clue stories. Spend knowledge points to unlock clue stories for 3 artifacts and receive clue rewards. Once all 3 artifacts are unlocked, you can open the artifact treasure to obtain the final reward. Each day players can claim an archaeology gift to gain 100 bonus insight tokens, which does count towards the cap earned from the matches. So if you want to move a little quicker, there's a way to do that too. Ancient Wood is another event that we have going on from August 29th to September 11th. You're going to be able to claim rewards till September 18th. The resting place of the ancient remains, a site where fate and peril converge. Gain fallen branches by completing quests during the event. Fallen branches can be redeemed for great rewards. Complete all daily quests to receive bonus rewards. There are 5 groups of challenge quests, each available in turn at different times. Complete quests to claim plentiful rewards. So moving away from some of the overall game adjustments, we're going to focus in on some of the spiciest part of this update list is the hero adjustment. So chillin has been His sound effects have been optimized. They slightly shorten the startup frames of the charge strikes in the ultimate and optimize the performance of the horizontal and charge strikes. So slightly shorten the startup frames of the charge strikes in the ultimate, meaning he can launch it a little bit quicker now. He wasn't fast enough. They sped him up a little bit. Added a special effect to the prompt attack path of the Echo Strike. So when you use V2, there's an Echo is what they call it. It's a spirit of chillin that like flies through and does damage from where you last launched your attack. And now there's a pathway, right? Instead of having to just keep track of the spirit, you can now see the pathway that the spirit is going to take, making the attack pattern easier to discern. Sheol Wei has been adjusted a little bit. The skill Shield Bash Rush, which is her F2, can now block ranged weapon projectiles during the rush. So beforehand, she could pull up the shield, kind of rush at you, and a lot of pro players were like shooting at her and dealing damage while she was stuck in that animation and moving directly towards you. You cannot shoot her anymore while she's running around with that shield up. You can still cancel it early and get some skill cooldown reduction. Kind of crazy. Other adjustments. This is actually really big here. We normally don't look at the other adjustments too deep because they are a little lighter. Redesign the calculation method for the endurance threshold after being frozen by Justina Goo, enchanted by Tessa, or any armor or health damage taken during this period will be reduced by the corresponding threshold. So what does that mean, right? The dev note kind of explains it better. Previously, when a player was frozen or enchanted, enemies could use armor pierce and other tactics to deal a large amount of damage without breaking the armor threshold and the control effect, which went against the design purpose of the threshold. Therefore, we adjusted the calculation method used for the threshold so that Justina Goo's freeze, Tessa's enchant, Ziping Ying's inspiration shield, Hadi's aerial ascent are now all consistent with one another. What does that mean? That means that beforehand you could shoot Hadi with armor pierce and it would eat away at his health and not really affect his ability to maintain flight. Or same thing with Ziping Ying, you would not be breaking her shield because you're applying like health damage. Now you break the shield with any type of damage before you start eating. Before, it's not that it doesn't do health damage to them, it just doesn't bypass their armoring or affect armor is the better way to consider that, right? Okay. Weapon adjustments, fist blades. Fist blades are seeing a nerf across the board, right? Fist blades, when you have Cloud Weaver equipped, the wild sweep effect will change when using the charged horizontal strike, so it's a little easier to notice. Slightly increase the startup frames of the second stage charged vertical strike. That's pretty cool. Slightly reduce the movement of the horizontal and vertical strikes while sprinting, which is good. It's slowing it down a little bit. I mean, these weapons are amazingly fast, right? Slightly reduce the stagger time when the vertical strike and crouching horizontal strike hits grounded enemies. So a lot of comboing with those moves while an enemy's already on the ground is going to be a little harder to do, a little less possible. Reduced horizontal and vertical strike damage multipliers across the board. We're talking about reduce the first stage charge, the second stage charge, the first stage charge of the vertical, the second stage charge of the vertical. The first two were horizontals. Multipliers from something like 0.08, 0.6, 0.5 to 0.75. So 0.81 to 0.75, 0.06 to 0.059, 5.48 to 4.96, 2.8 to 2.48. So there is just slight reductions in damage for the fist blades. They also reduced the damage multiplier of Cloud Weaver from 0.76 to 0.7 and slightly a little bit on the final hit as well. It brought the damage down. So Katana has an adjustment. This is something a lot of people might not even know what it is. Katana, kind of a specialty weapon, always has been the case. Adjusted the effect of the 4th stage horizontal strike when hits stand enemies. So I read that wrong. When hits standing enemies. Now, you cannot essentially re-combo off the 4th hit in a katana combo. What is the 4th strike in a katana combo? After you would 1, 2, 3, let's do 1, 2, 3 vertical. If you launch a horizontal attack, that attack is a little bit different. It doesn't just restart your attack chain. It almost has like a spinning effect. It's considered like a special attack. And so that has now been adjusted to not essentially like restand enemies or allow you to combo off of standing enemies when they get hit. Combat adjustments. Add a special effect prompt when successfully dodging an enemy attack. This is considerably like a small visual cue that someone has dodged. I didn't notice it super heavy so far after the update, but apparently your dodging effect is just slightly more noticeable here. Optimize the display for damage value text when dealing damage. Sometimes the text would show up yellow or white when they were gonna, it was rather be the other way, so they're just fixing that kind of stuff. In-game adjustments, mechanism adjustments. This is important too. Added a new mechanism, Treasure Steal. Interact with it to accept the Serial Cash Hunt quest. Follow the clues provided by the Treasure Steal to find all the chests and get rich rewards. So it's a new mechanism. I found one over by the dragon statue on Perdoria. You can interact with it and it starts you on a quest to get many rewards. Super cool. It's like a little piece of stone or steel standing there about the same height as your character. Out of game adjustments, custom room adjustments. You can read all that if you're really into custom room stuff. Match history, shoe switch. Added a new shoe cosmetic for the Viper Ning legendary outfit Maple Snowfall. Hair dyeing page optimization. Now the camera allows you to adjust the pitch and the angle and the zoom level, so you can get really into that hair and design it unique to you. You know, I think that's important. I have custom hair colors, so does Cassie. It's a great thing. I think it's awesome. The more customization, the better. Buy's Blessing. After the update, players can choose to get the Deepwood Legendary Soul Jade random gift after in the Buy's Blessing shop, right? Justice Store. After the update, players can get the Deepwood Epic Soul Jades. So they're talking about in your Justice Store and your Buy's Blessing, essentially Deepwood Soul Jades. The new ones have been added for you to be able to get. Songbird Arena, the attributes and skills of heroes in Songbird have been adjusted to match solo mode effects. So now in Songbird, it's like solos. That's what your skill and effects are like. Showdown adjustments. Season challenges added. Yama's Abyss adjustments. We talked about how they changed that. If you really want to get into it, I'm going to make a full video on Showdown itself, because it really is almost like a separate game mode. So we're going to go over all these adjustments. The addition of Nariti, Yama's Abyss adjustments, sense levels, new Soul Jade adjustments and changes. There's a lot to cover here, so let's kind of skip past some of the Showdown stuff here, although it is available in the update. If you guys are really interested in that, I'm going to be doing some Showdown tonight on stream too, and again, we'll have a video just about Showdown. So continuing to move past some of the Showdown adjustments. So end of support for Xbox One. After this update, Naraka Bladepoint will no longer be available on the Xbox One, and players will not be able to experience the game on this platform. Players who played on the Xbox One can still access the game through the players' accounts on the Xbox Series S or X or the Xbox app on Windows. You can move, and all account progress will be saved and switched. So that's fantastic. In recognition of the disruption and inconvenience this brings to players, we'll provide transition gifts to all Xbox One players who have switched to their platforms. Full details available here if you want to check that out. Bug fixes. They fixed the issue where Chillin couldn't immediately crouch after stopping charged movement with his ultimate. So now again, he's a little faster. Fixed inconsistencies in the timing required to chain certain skills together. Fixed an issue where Ako's movement restriction effect wasn't working on certain hero movement mechanics. So they've continuously looked over issues and just tried to fix it more and more. Some of their newer heroes here, like Chillin, has seen some better adjustments, right? Fix an issue, the visual effects of Tarka, and optimize memory reclamation of the Fairyland Penguin on PlayStation. So a lot of updates. That's pretty much the update for now. We talked about Matari in the beginning getting added. The new Sheol skin is amazing. This is, in my opinion, her best skin yet. Say what you will, yo, this skin is amazing. It's available right now too. Policing the aisles out here, Sheol. Plus, we now have the solo champion skins available. Fan skin, Bumblebee Dog. Soulland crossover is back, which is kind of really cool, by the way. So if you didn't get a chance to be a part of that, or if you missed out on a few things because you didn't know it's going away that quickly, bam! Soulland crossover will be available from September 1st. About to get it popping. New discounts, of course, across the board. New items in the store and new items in the Spectral Silk store. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and checking out all the new stuff that's available. I will have more videos coming on Showdown, cosmetics, all the good stuff that Naraka keeps bringing us. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you on stream. Peace. Later, Edgeforce.